Hi there, folks, and welcome to the What Solutions for this week's The Daily Rigour, issue number 209. So, our main story from the world of politics, the UK government overturning doing a U-turn on free school meals being available for many children in England over the summer holidays, after an incredible campaign from Manchester United striker Marcus Rashford. So that's going to be an extra 120 million set aside for meal vouchers for those who need it. And Marcus Rashford, as well as part of this campaign, has also raised a sixth of this figure for charity. So how much has he raised for charity? So we've got at 120 million, and it's a sixth of this. So to find one sixth of something, we divide by 6, and 120 divided by 6, well, 6 goes into 12 two times, and 6 goes into 0 0 times. So that's going to give us an answer of 20 million raised for charity. Well done to Marcus. So on to our second story for the world of transport. So the world's largest container ship arrived in the UK for the first time, and to give you an idea of the scale of the size of it, we have the Eiffel Tower here on the scale, and this is the length, and as you can see, the length of the shipping container is greater than the height of the Eiffel Tower. So it makes the Titanic look like a rubber dinghy in comparison. But anyway, the vessel is 400,000 millimetres in length. This is 10,000 centimetres more than the height of the Eiffel Tower. So how tall is the Eiffel Tower in metres? So we've got all these different metric units for length here. So let's try and see how they all fit in with each other. So 1 metre is how many centimetres? Well, cent means 100, doesn't it? So 1 metre is 100 centimetres. So there's 100 centimetres in every metre. Now there's 10 millimetres in every 1 centimetre, if you think about your ruler. So we're going to multiply the number of centimetres by 10 to get the number of millimetres in a metre. So 1 metre is 100 centimetres, which equals 1,000 millimetres. So what we can do is we can change these two lengths into metres to get the height of the Eiffel Tower in metres. So we can change millimetres into metres. Well, there's 1,000 millimetres in every metre, so there's going to be less metres than there are millimetres. So we can divide this by 1,000, and that's going to give us a length for the shipping container of 400 metres. So to change the 10,000 centimetres into metres, well, this time we're going to divide by 100 because there's 100 centimetres in 1 metre. So if we move everything down 2 place values, that will come to 100 metres. So the height of the Eiffel Tower is the difference between these two numbers. So 400 take away 100, which is 300 metres in height. That, of course, is not including the spire. So on to our health and wellbeing story. So Prince Harry, big fan of Nando's, and that's the thing he's missing most as he started his new life in the USA. I'm sure he's missing his family too, of course. So it was one of the tabloids covered a story where he went for a midnight race to Nando's for a snack, and the total cost of the order detail was £24.05. So the question here is we're asking how much change Harry would receive from how much more change Harry would receive from £30 than David Beckham would from his £10 order from McDonald's. This, of course, is us going back a few years from the Daily Rigour. So we can work out the change Harry received from £30 by taking £24.05 away from £30. You'll probably just want to do that mentally. 95p up to £25 and then another £5. So that'll be £5.95. Now for David, we're going to have to work out his order first of all. So he got a Big Mac meal and 2 cheeseburgers. So it's £4.69. Add 2 times 99p. So if we work all that out, that comes to £6.67. So the change from £10 for David, we'll take that away from £10. And again, you could just count up 33p up to £7 and then another £3. So that'll be £3.33. So to answer the question, how much more change would Harry receive than David? We take those two numbers away from each other, and then that's going to give us an answer of £2.62 more. So on to our last story. Thought this one was interesting. A restaurant owner broke the Guinness World Record for the amount of consecutive hours while riding a stationary bike, and we're asked, assuming he cycled consistently at the minimum speed of 12 miles per hour, what distance would they have covered? So we're calculating a distance, which of course is speed times time. we're told that his speed is going to be consistently 12 miles per hour, and we need to multiply by the time in hours. So we need to do a wee bit of working out here. It's not as simple as 297, I'm afraid, folks, because within that 297 hours, every 5 hours there's a 20-minute break. So first of all, we need to work out how many 20-minute breaks he has by seeing how many times 5 hours goes into 297. So that comes to 59.4. In other words, it takes 59 20-minute breaks. So that's 59 lots of 20 minutes, which means he's taken of those available hours, he's taken 1,180 minutes as a break. But of course, we can change the 297 into minutes by multiplying by 60 to get 17,820. And if we subtract the break time, that means his active cycling time was 16,640 minutes. But of course we need that in hours for our calculation. So to change back into hours, we'll divide by 60, of course, because there's 60 minutes in an hour. So it's basically 1,664 divided by 6. And on the calculator, that'll come to 277.333333, or how it will probably be displayed in your calculator is a wee dot above the 3, which means that the 3 is recurring, but it's basically 277 and a third hours. But we can just use that answer directly in our calculation. If we've got it on the calculator, we would just press 12 times answer, and then that's going to give us a distance of 3,328. And of course, because the speed was in miles per hour, then the distance has to be in miles. What an extraordinary record. But anyway, folks, that was our word solutions for this week. We hope you enjoyed solving the problems, and stay tuned for next week's edition, when we're going to be looking at more stories from the news of the week and the numbers behind them. But in the meantime, thanks for watching, and bye for now.